Hey, it's Beth. Welcome to Girl Gotta Glue. So I've kind of been fiddling around with my stash lately, mostly for my Garbougie stuff. I went ahead and made a new book. I want to get one started. But when I went through my stash, I kind of noticed that I really didn't have things like stamp stuff and whatnot. It's mostly magazine images. So I need to do something. I got out my stamps because I never use them. But I'm going to try to do some stamping today while I sit and just talk with you guys a little bit about what's going on in my life and where I might end up being in the next few months. I'm not sure yet, but we're going to talk about it. But I want to start at the very beginning. So back in August 2021, I noticed that my microphone was messed up. It kept not wanting to plug in, and I would have to fiddle with it for like 20 minutes. And finally, towards the end of the month, it just quit working. It wouldn't plug in for nothing. So then there was a brief hiatus there where I couldn't film anything because I didn't have a microphone. There's that. My son had previously damaged the cord when he was younger, and I never really got it fixed. I thought I could ride it out for a really long time. But I've been using it because I've been making videos more, and then, yeah, it just quit working. And I try to hold out as long as possible before I buy something like this because I'm a cheap ass. Anyway, yeah, I did get one for Christmas, so I have a brand new microphone that fixes that problem. And then in October, I noticed that my camera was shaking. It was a slight shake on it during a couple of different areas in the video. And I thought, oh no, it's my laptop, it's software, it's something. So I fiddled with my camera settings and my recording settings and my webcam, and just I fiddled with everything for months trying to figure out what the shaking was. And then last week, it was the last time I fiddled with it. It took like 3 hours until I finally, I changed every little type of setting in the recording software because I thought, oh, it's probably the recording software, I didn't update it, or I need to change something or something. Just something messed up. So come to find out that it actually is where my desk is positioned. Since we have such a little house, I have to be in the living room, that when the heat kicks on, since I'm so close to the air return by the window, it ever so slightly shakes my desk, which then kind of jerks my tripod camera up here just a little tiny bit that I wouldn't really notice unless, I see it on camera later. And it wasn't the software, it wasn't the laptop, it wasn't the webcam, it wasn't anything. It was just where my desk is positioned. So I finally figured that out after months, because the twitching and the shaking randomly in the video just got on my nerves, and I really didn't want it to mess with anybody either. I didn't want it to mess up their eyesight or just annoy anybody. So I tried to hold off doing videos as much as possible because of that situation. I thought I was going to have to get a whole other laptop. Luckily, I figured out what was wrong. And then back in November was one of the last times that I saw my new surgeon. If you would remember seeing that video back, several months ago, where I just sat and I did some collaging in my other Garbougie, and I talked about all the stuff going on with me medically, and how my original surgeon went and moved back to where her parents are and kind of left me hanging. Well, they gave me the chief of surgery for that area, that female reproductive department. I'm not sure what it's called, but that's what happened. I saw him off and on most of 2021, which was a complete waste of time. And in November, I had went and seen this stomach surgeon that he had referred me to because he wanted to do the surgery, and she was supposed to assist. And when I got to the appointment and she got in there, I immediately noticed something was wrong because she didn't know who I was. It was like he never really talked with her at all. And she just kept asking me, well, what does he expect me to do? What does he want me to do? What is he asking of me? It's like she had no idea. So that was a big red flag. I knew something was really wrong. So I sat and I talked with her a little bit and told her about my situation, and I told her about my previous surgeries and the surgeon that did it. And she kind of recognized the name, I guess, and we said goodbye, and that was it, and I didn't hear from her until later that month. I wasn't hearing any kind of information at all. And then one day, right before December, I got a call from her office saying that they would not be involved in any surgeries from Barnes, and that I would have to direct all of my concerns and everything with my current surgeon. They weren't going to be involved at all. And I was thinking, what the hell's going on around here? So I tried to message the surgeon that I was seeing, the guy, through the patient portal. And that patient portal is basically worthless because they don't really check it or message you back or anything. It's only good to pay your bill. That's it. These are coming out a little bit cute. See, it's just envelopes. Anyway, I finally went to my appointment in December, and he sat down with me face to face, and, you know, I really thought he was going to get something done because he talked a big game this whole year. He had, you know, set up all the tests for me. I had a bladder test. I had this other test. And he even set up for me to meet this other surgeon that was supposed to assist him, that was a stomach surgeon, in case he messed up, and, you know, he just had backup. Anyway, he sat me down early December, and he said that they were not doing any surgery on me at all. And I was so upset that I just didn't have it in me to do many videos or just pretty much of anything. I'm not very good company when stuff like this happens. So I just kind of sit back, and I guess what happened was he had some kind of argument or debate or something with this other stomach surgeon about my whole entire case. She had went and looked at my file and had seen that my surgeon was a world-renowned surgeon who is known famously for doing expert liver surgeries. And he had messed up on mine, which caused me to have two. In fact, now he doesn't even, I don't even think he does surgery anymore. He goes around and teaches people about the different surgeries he's done, including mine. I'm not trying to flex or anything, that's just what happened. So because he messed up in my previous history, she thought it was best I go somewhere else, that my body would probably be too difficult for them to surgically navigate, and that I would need to go to someone else. And I guess he never read my file or anything like she did, because he initially was doing it, and then suddenly he agreed with her, and that they weren't going to do anything. I've just been really upset and disappointed about the whole situation, because it's 3 years. I've been waiting 3 years for something to happen here, and I really need to get this done. I don't want to be gross and share too much information, but I have to have a hysterectomy and basically a pelvic reconstruction. And it makes it almost impossible when nobody wants to do these things. They're afraid to touch you. And then they were having some concerns about other things sliding downward in my stomach if they did it wrong, and just all kinds of different little things that they were afraid. And we got one row here, and we're just going to keep on going and keep on talking. So he saw that I was really upset, and because it's a waste. All the tests were a waste. He even set me up for a physical therapist, which I did go see, and he even referred me to this dietitian who I couldn't even see. Like, I saw him in the beginning of the year, and he referred these people to me. I couldn't even get in with a dietitian until 2022, and I didn't even see her. We had an appointment Zoom call, and immediately when I kept that appointment, immediately when she came on there, I said, I've been waiting for you for 6 months, and now I'm not even having surgery at Barnes. I have to go to the Mayo Clinic. But I would still like your help, possibly, if you can give it. And she apologized, and it was just a lot of wasted time and energy and money. Because every time we go there, and we don't even do anything. Even just talking to them, it's $300 to $500 just to talk to them. With information they can just give you over the phone. And they could have did this 3 years ago, from the beginning. With the first surgeon, she could have just said, I think it's probably best if you go to Mayo. Because if they would have did it that way, this thing would have been taken care of 3 years ago. And I wouldn't still be sitting here today talking about it now. So yeah, I haven't been the greatest company. I'm trying to stay positive about everything, but it's just really super hard to do that. He hands me these papers, and there isn't any information on the paper. There's no address, there's no phone number, there's nothing. There's not even no names. He wrote down a specific surgeon that I needed to contact. He didn't even give me a referral. Like, he didn't give me one. He just gave me these papers about the Mayo Clinic, and I left. It's really hard to express how frustrating all of this is. I only like to film when I'm in a good mood and I want to laugh and joke and share. Sometimes that doesn't happen, so I don't do videos. On top of all that, my husband finally makes sergeant at his job. And he immediately switches his days off. It used to be Friday, Saturday, and now it's Tuesday, Wednesday. And that completely cuts in between my day of when I film. So I've been kind of lost at the moment about what I'm going to do with filming because his days have switched. And I'm not going to get mad at him or whatever because that's just part of his job and this is just a hobby. So I'll have to figure out something else. But I've been kind of waiting just to see what these other surgeons are going to tell me in Minnesota because I don't know. I called up Mayo Clinic the first week of January, the very first week, because everybody was telling me, oh, it's going to be a long wait. It's going to be forever. You'll have to wait months and months and months. So I get on the phone with the lady, and I was actually able to get in contact with the right guy that I needed to see. And I talked to this nice lady on the phone. It was his secretary. And I just told her everything. She sat with me for 30 minutes. I told her everything that was going on, all their names, my name, just everything that's going on, how long I've been waiting. She was very nice. And she was like, well, we accept special patients. We love a challenge. We welcome you to come see us, etc., etc. So I have an appointment next week. We are driving to Minnesota next week. It's going to be a 6 to 8 hour drive the day after Valentine's Day and a couple days before my birthday. This is just the initial meet and greet. They haven't planned anything yet. That's why I don't know anything yet. I imagine because they made the appointment so quickly that it's not going to be a very long wait before I have to have surgery. And that's why I need to talk about it with you guys, because when I do have it, I'm going to be gone again. Hiatus. In Minnesota. We're driving up there Tuesday morning. My son's going to stay with my mom and dad. We're going to get to our hotel and then it's right by the clinic, so it's just a walk over. We're going to go to my appointment and see what happens. So that's the next things that happened. And there's more. Can you believe it? There is more. Second week of January, we caught COVID. There was an outbreak at my son's school, and we finally caught it. My husband and my son didn't really suffer too much from it, but I got hit pretty good. I had the fever for over a week, and the chills, and just everything, and this wicked, wicked cough. And wheezing came like a week or two after I initially got it, and I've not been able to get rid of it. So I figured I'd jump on here and do a video real quick just to tell you guys everything that's going on, because after I get down to Mayo, I don't know what's going to happen next or how quickly they're going to want to do anything. Also, when I'm recovering, I'm usually in the hospital at least a month anyway. So that's 1 month gone of hiatus I will be. And then when I get out of there, I usually don't head home first. I go and I stay with my parents a few months because I need help with recovering and everything. And my husband works so much. And then I have my son. So whatever happens, I probably won't be here at my desk. But that doesn't mean that I don't still like stuff. I still love collaging and bargain shopping. Hell, I still love burning candles and visiting Dollar Tree to find bargains. I'll always like those things, but I just can't do them all the time, and they don't consume my life. I have other stuff going on, you know? What happened to the... Where's that? Okay. So there is a little bit of good news in it. I'm finally going to see some people that are probably going to help me get this taken care of for once and for all, which is what I needed because I've been waiting just too long, and people have been wasting my time and money for too long. And I wish I would have just thought to call Mayo myself to begin with, because that's exactly what I did. I called him myself. I signed electronic medical releases from Barnes. I basically set up everything myself. The only thing that guy did was give me a name, and I had to Google him and all that on my own. I'm very pissed and disappointed in Barnes, but I can't really be mad because most people don't know what to do with me when I get there. I'm so weird. I'm weird. I have weird insides and weird problems that most of these doctors and surgeons have never seen before. But maybe when I get to Mayo, they'll know something a little bit better than the others. Also, I got a new microphone and I got my camera fixed. And I can't believe I wasted all that time trying to fix my camera, and there really wasn't anything wrong with it at all. It was just the position of my desk and my tripod. Oh, jeez. I'm such a noob. But, oh well. I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. I'm just using up these papers and getting them out of my stash because I have tons of loose paper that I use for like book pages. I don't need these. I don't know why I save them. So I need to do something with them, get them out of here. And then I had all these stamps. I buy all these little cheap stamps sometimes. They're starting to accumulate. And I've never used any of them. So that's what we're doing today. We're just stamping and talking and trying not to be any more angry than we already are. Because we are pretty angry. Well, at least I am pretty angry. Things could have been better. But that's okay. I'm usually pretty adaptable with what's going down. I wonder if this is going to work. It's yellow, but I don't know. Let's find out. The one good thing about it is my husband's pretty supportive about everything. He's willing to go with me on the trip, and it's conveniently on the 2 days off of his job, so he'll be able to take me. And he doesn't mind traveling because sometimes he has to do that anyway for work. So for him, he's just kind of using it as an excuse to travel and get out of the house, and it's a road trip. Well, this is okay, but it's not the greatest one. You can see it, but barely, so. I want to do some more keys. See, I'm going to cut those out pretty soon. And then this was sitting in there. Bring a snack and drink. You've earned an art party. That was from my sons. This is just an envelope from one of those magazine subscriptions. This came from my son's school, so we're gonna ink all this up. Let's see. That ended up being kind of a green. How'd that happen? I didn't use yellow on this. Weird. Skull and bones. I like this one because it's got a bow on it. What did I do with those? All right. We can color the bows in if we wanted to. I attempted to paint my nails the other day and I did dishes and stuff, so now they're all grody. I've basically just been kind of watching YouTube videos and sorting my stuff and thinking about a new game plan because I'll have to figure out something else for my recording when I record videos. Until my husband switches like to different days off or a different shift or something, I just don't know what I'm doing because I had a plan for my videos and now there's no plan. It's like messed up. But I'll figure something out. I just want to wait till I get back from Minnesota and they tell me what they're going to do next. Then I'll have a better idea of what's going down. Because I don't know anything right now. I'm just looking for the red Sharpie, which is right here. It wasn't in the bag. So now you guys know what's been going on lately and what's going to happen next week. When I know more details, I can give you guys more details if you want to know, or if you don't want to know, that's cool. I'm hoping that when I get down there that they will wait until summertime to do any type of surgeries or tests or anything, because summer will be the most ideal time. My son will be out of school and I won't have to pull him out or anything, because when I go on the trip this next week, I have to pull him out of school for 2 days. My parents live like 20 minutes away from me, so we live in a separate town than they do. So I have to pull him out no matter what's happening nobody will be here to get him off the bus or get him off to school. So the school's been pretty understanding about him getting out. But when I do have to go for a long time, that's probably gonna mess up a lot of stuff. So I hope they let me decide. And we get to do it in the summertime. Well, there it is. I attempted to color it. I did my best. I'll probably do another one and then go over it with like color pencil, but I'm not going to do that right now. I think I'm going to do a couple more stamps and then I'm going to get off of here. I want to get started on my Garbougie. It's over there on this shelf. It's going to be cute. I have some ideas. It's going to be it'll be a wee bit smaller than a composition book, but it's going to be cute. I have this bag, and I thought I would try stamping on it to kind of give a different background look. I'm sure all this isn't anything you guys haven't seen before. It's just something I wanted to keep busy while I talk to you guys, but at the same time, I really didn't want to collage. I don't know. It just feels like it's not really good collaging conversation. I think they call this fodder, making journal fodder or whatever. I really don't do that. But maybe I should start just making my own stuff. I have things to do that. I just don't do it. Well, I tried to get fancy and cut it out with this instead of regular scissors. I thought I had another pair of these somewhere. Anyway, there's that. Just little something something to throw in my books when I need to. Hope I'm in frame. I don't know what's going on with the lighting lately. I'm going to save the rest of this. Do more off camera. See? So put those together. Throw them in my Garbougie box. Maybe I'll use a couple of these in my next book. So I'm cutting this, but it ain't cutting so good. I got these at a garage sale, which is probably why they were in the garage sale, because they're not that great cutting anymore. I'll have to buy me a brand new set or something. I'm not really into buying brand new things. If I don't have to, I will avoid it. The lighting's kind of dark today, but the sky's clear and the sun's out. It's just pointed in a different direction, so it looks like it's kind of dark in here. And then the camera's back a little bit further. I usually zoom it in. Oh well. Maybe I'm not using these right. I never really know what I'm doing. I just do it and hope for the best. Still got a couple more of those, but this is kind of cool. This is kind of cool. Kind of looks like a stamp. Dog paw. And a mustache. So I'm just going to cut the rest of these down, and then I'm going to go get my son off the bus. And I was hoping to get out another video of my new Garbougie before I leave for Minnesota, but it's Monday, and that's Valentine's Day. And I actually thought that I would be able to do a video because I thought my husband was going to be at work. But he actually surprised me and took the day off. So I won't be able to film. I thought I was going to, but I can't because he'll be home. And I don't know if he has something planned for me or not, other than he took off. He won't tell me what's going on. He just told me that he took off. And he did this a week ago, so I had no idea that he did it. I like that key. I'm always on the lookout for cheap, smaller stamps. I don't have too many of them, but I have enough to do something. So, Need to do this a little more often, I think. Sometimes I kind of get tired of reaching for a magazine all the time. So it'll be something a little bit different. But this actually helped me. It kept me focused on something, and then I was able to get out all the stuff that was going on. And let's go do that. I hope it's a good trip and there isn't a ton of snow out that way, but there probably is. Which is another thing that happened that I didn't even mention. Like right after we got COVID, we got dumped with like 14 inches of snow, and school was out for a week and a half. So my son was home for all that time. Couldn't film then either. Not that I would have anyway, because I was coughing my head off. I think these little mustaches are cute. Cute. I think that's all of those. That's cute. Alright, so I can't find my cough drops. They're not on my desk. I thought they were. I need to go grab a couple before I go get my son off the bus. Then I'm going to finish this up, and yeah. Again, you guys, thanks for just sitting here with me and letting me share. I will be back. See ya.